San Antonio Pastor John Hagee delivered the benediction at the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem today.
We thank you, O Lord, for President Donald Trump's courage in acknowledging to the world a truth established 3,000 years ago, that Jerusalem is and always shall be the eternal capital of the Jewish people.
Pastor Hagee is the founder of Christians United for Israel and of the Cornerstone Church here in San Antonio. President Trump's daughter Ivanka and her husband helped unveil the embassy seal. While it was peaceful today, protesters scuffled with police outside, and Israeli forces killed more than 50 Palestinians who were protesting separately along the Gaza border.